This is CBS 5 News, telling it like it is.
It is a problem that is just now coming to light in the Valley's housing market. Investors accused of intimidation and extortion, taking advantage of homeowners who don't know their rights. Tonight, CBS 5's Jason Berry has the story of a Valley woman who handed over the title of her car because she thought she'd lose everything.
Kim Garcia and her daughter are cleaning up the last few items from the Phoenix home they've owned for the past 6 years. The house just sold in a short sale, which can be pretty stressful. But Garcia says it was nothing compared to when the new owners showed up at her front door hours after closing escrow.
They basically told us that we can lock your doors and keep all your stuff. You are now trespassing. That's what he told us.
Garcia claims there was a prior arrangement to let her family stay in the home for a short time after the house sold, but apparently the plan never materialized. According to Garcia, the new owners camped out in their living room for 3.5 hours and wouldn't leave until the Garcias coughed up some cash, signed a short-term lease, and turned over the title to their SUV as collateral.
I felt like I didn't have any rights, no rights at all. It was either we come up with something and give it to him, and sign the responsibility on the lease, or they were going to close our doors and kick us out.
CBS 5 News has learned that Arizona law prohibits any new homeowner from changing the locks on a house when someone is still living there. The new owner must go through the proper court procedures first to start the eviction process. CBS 5 confronted the new owner, Mufazzal Badani, when he came back to the house.
Did you threaten to change the locks on this house?
No, we did not. We did not.
You didn't threaten? Do you know that you were breaking the law by threatening to change the locks on this family?
Badani did not want to speak to us. A short time later, the investor invited us into the house to talk off camera, where he denied ever threatening the Garcias or agreeing to let them stay in the home without a lease. He then came outside with fellow investor Nancy Arbaugh and said the same thing.
They feel like you tried to intimidate them. Is that accurate?
No, that is absolutely, it's quite the opposite, in fact.
So you didn't threaten to take their possessions?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, you feel like you treated them fairly?
I really feel that we did. You know, we really tried to work with them and make it so they got what they needed.
Well, it's critically important because
Robert Nagle is a real estate attorney in Phoenix. He says there are far too many homeowners being taken advantage of because they don't know what their rights are.
There's so many different ways to have a civil conversation and reach an agreement that works for both sides, rather than just trying to steamroll over people and trying to take advantage of their own ignorance.
Shortly after our CBS 5 crew arrived, the Garcias were given their SUV title back. Garcia hopes their story sends a message to other investors to treat homeowners fairly.
Just want to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else?
That's correct.
Jason Berry, CBS 5 News.
If you are underwater on your home, the federal government launched a program today that could be a lifesaver. It's an updated version of the Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP 2.0 for short. This one helps a lot more people. Homeowners can save up to $350 on their mortgage.
They've made underwriting much more lenient. So in the case, as I mentioned to you earlier, if you've had a previous bankruptcy, a short sale, or a foreclosure, you're still eligible to refinance your home under this program.
To qualify, your mortgage must be owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, and one of them must have purchased your mortgage prior to May 31st, 2009. You must also be current on your payments for 6 straight months. The program runs through the end of 2013. Experts say the only reason not to take part is if you plan to sell your home in the next few years.